Hello and welcome to IABM TV. Today I'm joined by Greg Dolan, Chief Commercial Officer at Xytech. Greg, welcome to IABM TV.
Ben, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. I hope you are too.
We're holding on. We're holding on.
So, Greg, can you start by telling us about Xytech?
Okay, a little bit about Xytech. Well, Xytech, we're the manufacturers of a product called MediaPulse. MediaPulse is a facility management piece of software. And what it really does is it provides an operational solution to any of the 30 or so different operational challenges a broadcaster or media services company might have. Everything from scheduling people and facilities to managing the media supply chain, handling automation, doing transmission management, really tying all these individual disciplines together under one application to sort of give our customers one overall view of what's happening. To do that, our application is cloud-based. It has mobility applications so that everybody inside the organization can participate in this.
Okay, and so Greg, what did Xytech have planned for NAB show? What sort of products were you planning on launching?
Well, we had a couple of really interesting enhancements to our MediaPulse platforms. First, around mobility, we've really expanded the idea of putting curated data and curated functionality into users' hands. Now, Ben, 5-10 years ago, if you bought software from Xytech and you had a 100-person company, we might sell you 10 or 15 licenses. These days, we have to find a technology solution for 150 or 200 people, everybody in your organization, plus your freelancers, plus your vendors. So last year we began to roll out our mobility solutions, new mobility solutions. This year, there's significant enhancements with timekeeping and event planning that we are rolling out right now. There are major enhancements to our personnel management module. We just recently completed a project where we are handling the individual payroll rules of 22 different countries throughout Europe. So those enhancements are all rolled out into the application. There's the ability to launch workflows from one system into another system. So we can have an order that actually the results of its order creates orders in other systems and tying them all together, something we call launching. That actually is already shipped and is out there, and as well as continued enhancements to our user interface. A couple of years ago, it became really apparent to us that the user interface really needed to be consumer grade. No one trained you how to use Expedia; you just intuitively know how to use it. So we went through a redesign process in our application suite, and that redesign process continues.
So it sounds, Greg, like all of your solutions are sort of perfectly set up for the current climate that we find ourselves in.
Ben, I would love to sit here and tell you that we at Xytech are geniuses and saw this coming. We're not. But we have been getting a lot of feedback from our customers for the last couple of years as the amount of content has exploded that they needed to be more efficient. And the one way to be more efficient is to drive automation into all of your processes, to cut down the emails, to cut down the phone calls, and putting individual solutions into people's hands that are really, and the key here is really curation. It's not so much coming up with a mobile solution. It's really being very thoughtful about what a person needs to accomplish a specific task, and then putting only that functionality and data in front of them. So that's been really important. And the whole move to a cloud infrastructure has been crucial. For us, we're in Southern California. By the way, welcome to Southern California. Welcome to the back of my garage. There's a million great things about Southern California. The weather's beautiful, geography is breathtaking, but there's earthquakes. So at Xytech, we always have to be conscious of that and make sure that our business can run no matter what. So while we never saw this coming, our infrastructure is really well positioned to handle having to work remotely very, very quickly.
And so, Greg, how are your customers coping with the current climate?
Well, it's certainly an interesting time. I think there's two things. First, this is an unanticipated gap for virtually all of our customers, except for the customers that are in the news gathering business. They're all sort of at a pause. Our production, our post-production, most of our broadcasters, all of our sports broadcasters are at a pause. So it's a time to have really good conversations. First, great conversations about what's going to happen next, how they turn things back on. I probably have 6 or 7 hours of conversation a day with customers about how they get back up on their feet. So sort of understanding new roadmaps and able to lay that out is really important. And the next thing is that this is going to profoundly change the way we all do business. No one's exactly certain how it's going to end up. But what we're trying to do is gather as much intelligence about the kinds of things our customers are going to need to do to make sure that we have technology that supports them. And that's really been a hallmark of Xytech. I find that I'm a genius in my office, and the closer I get to a customer, the dumber I become. We sort of have a 30-year history of making sure that we listen really closely to our customers, not so much to project what they're looking for, but get their buy-in on the technology that we create. So it's never going to be more important to be efficient than it will be in the coming months, and we'll make sure that we have products and services that help our customers do that rapidly.
Again, so talking about the coming months, Greg, what do you think the future holds for Xytech?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. First, I think our move to a cloud-based infrastructure, our move to a responsibly designed mobile application, obviously that has paid off huge dividends for us. I think that's really, really important. No matter what happens, we're going to have to learn to be working a bit more remotely than we did in the future. The idea of a mobile infrastructure so that your building can close and you don't have access to your IT staff, but you still have access to the applications and technology that drive your business, that's really important to us. And our partnership with Microsoft and the Azure platform has really paid off there. But I think another big change for us is many times a system like ours, which even though we have solutions that are as inexpensive as a couple of $100 a month, but for major broadcasters, these could be pretty substantial investments, and sometimes we're seen as almost a luxury item. I think as the absolute business imperative to become efficient, to make up for this 3-month pause that we're all going to go through, it's going to be imperative to be efficient. First, there's just lots more work to do, and there's really no way other than automation and information systems to dramatically improve efficiency. So, as far as our impact to us, it's certainly going to change us. I think it makes us more essential, a more vital application, and frankly, I think being tested by times like these, we woke up one day thinking that we should think about maybe destaffing the office a bit, and 2 hours later we had closed the doors and we're walking people out. And the company runs. It's we've actually been lucky enough to hire a couple of people in the last month as we've been going through this. The business, so I think the businesses that that are proving that they can get through this in a strong manner, I think there's good things ahead for them.
Okay, well, Greg, thank you very much for joining us today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your time today, Ben.
You can find out more about everything we've discussed with Greg today at xytechsystems.com.